YouTube, it's me, Lene, and I'm here with my 30-week vlog. I am currently 30 weeks and 5 days. So I am late doing this vlog, but the reason I am late doing it is because I wanted to wait until after my doctor's appointment. So since my doctor's appointments are every 2 weeks now, I'll just do my vlog after I come from my doctor. So that's why I'm late. So I will be 31 weeks on Friday, which is 2 days from now. So when I come to do my vlogs, I'll be like 2 days from turning the next week that I'll be. So yeah, this is my 30-week vlog. And the symptoms that I am having is, on my last vlog, I told you guys that I was having hemorrhoids. Since then, I haven't had any. You know, I been kind of trying to watch the way too much information, but trying to watch how hard I wipe myself or strain when I have to, you know, use the bathroom. So I haven't been getting any more hemorrhoids since the last video that I told you guys that I was getting them. But I am still getting constipated. That I still do get constipated, but I think that's due to the iron pills that I take, because I am a little anemic, so I have to take iron pills, and you know, iron pills makes you constipated. So that's why I really, really hate taking them. But you know, I take them because if not, once my iron gets low, I'll be really tired and just out of it. So I try to take my iron pill as much as I can, supposed to, or remember to. But when I do take them, it makes me constipated. I still been having a very hard time sleeping. It's so hard for me to get to sleep now. Like, I could just stay up all night like a zombie because it's not comfortable sleeping anymore. It's just so hard for me to just fall asleep. I still have a lack of appetite. I don't have a big appetite anymore, and I did let my doctor know today that my appetite is, I don't have a huge appetite, and I don't really eat. I probably eat, I say, if twice a day, but at the most I may eat something heavy in the morning time, and then I may not eat for the rest of that day, which I know is not good. It's not good at all, but I just don't have an appetite. And if I force myself to eat, then I'll start feeling, nauseated. But I do try, if I have to, I will force myself to eat because I know I have to feed my baby. Yeah, I don't have a big appetite, but my doctor did say, he said that's normal. He said a lot of women, when you're getting close to the end, you do lose your appetite, or your appetite goes down. He said, so that is normal, but he did tell me to, even if I'm not hungry, to snack on something like some fruit or salad or some applesauce or something like that, just so I can, have something inside for my baby to get her nourishment. So, I will try that. When I'm not hungry, I'm just going to snack on watermelon or oranges or something like that, because, I love fruit. So, I'll try to do that instead of trying to force myself to eat food that's going to make me nauseated afterwards. So, I've been having frequent urination. I've been going to the bathroom, back and forth to the bathroom, back and forth to the bathroom. So that is very annoying, because once I do end up falling asleep and getting comfortable, then I have to wake up and go to the bathroom. And then when I try to go back to sleep, it's hard to go back to sleep. So yeah, the frequent urination, that is just so irritating. And I've been getting leg cramps. But the thing about my leg cramps is I don't actually wake up or while I'm awake get the leg cramps. I can be asleep, and all of a sudden when I wake up and get out the bed, my calves are just like really, really sore. Like if I had a Charlie horse in my sleep and I just didn't feel it, which is crazy because you know when you get those things really, really hurt. So I'm like, why is my calves so sore? Like the other morning I got out of bed and both of my calves was so sore. Like I had to walk really slow, and I'm like, what the heck? Did I have a Charlie horse in my sleep and I didn't feel it? And I'm like, is that even possible? Because those things really, really hurt. But yeah, I've been getting leg cramps and my calves have been really, really sore. Still been very tired. You know, I've still don't be having too much energy. You know, I do just want to sleep all day, but like I said, you know, I can't even sleep all day, you know, like on my days off or anything like that because it's hard for me to, put it right there, it's hard for me to get to sleep. So, those are my symptoms. And I'm still, you know, getting out of breath, of course, and still having the hot flashes. But as you guys can see, I have the fan on me now. So that's the only reason why I'm not sweating right now. But yeah. So today was my doctor's appointment. And like I said, I am 30 weeks and 5 days today. And I'll be 31 weeks on Friday. So the weeks for me are going by really, really fast. And I'm so happy. I'm so glad that the weeks is going by. But one thing that I do notice when I'm pregnant is once I get to like maybe the second to the last week of my pregnancy, it goes by so slow, you guys. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, come on. Like, once I hit 38 weeks, it's going to go so slow. The last 2 weeks is going to go so slow because it always does for me when I'm pregnant for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just all in my head, but it just seems like the last 2 weeks goes super slow. So I went to my doctor's today, and on my last vlog, I told you guys that I had gained 3 pounds. That's when I was going to the doctor every month. So I had gained 3 pounds. So I went to the doctor 2 weeks ago, and since 2 weeks ago, I've only gained 1 pound. So, I don't know, like I said, I try to eat as much as I can. You know, I try to force myself sometimes to eat, but when you don't have an appetite and you know that if you force yourself, you're going to start feeling nauseated, it's like, oh God, I don't want to force myself to eat, but I know I have to because I have to feed my baby. But yeah, like, you know, from 2 weeks ago, I've only gained 1 pound. So total gain, I've gained 13 pounds throughout this whole pregnancy. But I don't think it's because of the lack of appetite or because I don't eat as much. I think it's because this is my 6th baby, and by this being my 6th baby, I think that's why I haven't gained as much weight as I would if it was like my first or my second child, even my 3rd, 4th, 5th. But this is my 6th child, so I kind of think that has something to do with my weight gain, why I haven't gained as much weight. Not necessarily because I don't eat as much or because I have a lack of appetite. So I'm not purposely not, you know, eating or anything like that, because when I do get hungry, trust me, I really do eat. Like, I eat a lot when, you know, I am hungry. Also, my glucose test results came back negative. I'm happy about that, which I didn't have too much concern because I never, you know, had a problem with it with any of my other kids. I always, you know, had good results. So I'm glad it came back negative, and, you know, I'm glad about that. And also, since I've been getting a lot of pressure on my bladder, I've been wondering why. Like, I feel a lot of pressure down here, and I've been wondering why. And you guys know why? Because the baby is head down. Her head is down here, and the baby, my doctor showed me today that she is head down. So I am super happy about that. I don't have to worry about having to get a C-section, because I never had one and I never want one. So I'm glad that she's already in the head down position. So that's why I've been feeling a lot of pressure on my bladder. Also, my baby shower. So me and my sister, we decided on throwing our baby shower together on October the 6th. So that's when we'll be throwing our baby shower. And like I said, I bought a lot of stuff for my baby girl already. But whatever I don't get at my baby shower, if I don't already have it, then I'll just get it. So yeah, we decided we're going to throw it together on October 6th. And it's funny because I'm having a girl, she's having a boy, and I'm naming my daughter Jemiah. And she's naming her son Jeremiah. So everybody like, oh, that's so cute. You guys should get a cake. And half of it should be, you know, pink, and half should be blue, and then have, you know, both of their names on each side. So we are thinking about that. So we may, you know, we may get our own cake. Not a real big cake. But if we get a cake together, we're going to get the biggest one they have. But if we decide to, you know, get our own separate cakes, we're not going to get a big cake, because I'm personally not a cake lover like that. My kids are, so they could probably eat that whole cake themselves, but but yeah, I don't plan on getting a real big cake unless me and her, you know, decide to do it half and half. Also, another thing I am so, and I cannot stress enough, so happy about is my kids started school today. Woo! So happy. I was so ready for them to start school. It's just so much peace and quiet, but I still have one that I'm trying to get out of here, and that's my 3-year-old. So I took him today, and he got his TB test. And I have an appointment with the counselor on Friday to put him on the waiting list. And she said it's first come, first serve. So I guess the parents that bring in all the information, you know, the quickest or whatever will be, you know, on the list the quickest. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be starting early head start next week. And all of their butts will be out this house. So when I'm on my maternity leave, it will be peace and quiet. So yeah, I'm so happy about that. You guys just don't know, having 6 kids, and I should say 7, because my stepdaughter, she's 16, and she's included too. She's a teenager, but she makes just as much noise as them. All of them is loud and ghetto. So yeah, so I'm so glad the school started today. And they actually got out early, so all of them are here. It's not as noisy though, but yeah, they're all here. So that's all that I have for you guys. Not many changes, as you guys know, because I do my, you know, vlogs weekly, so don't be too many changes. But I do try to update on the little changes that I do have, or what went on with my doctor's appointment. So like I said, I'll start doing my vlogs every 2 weeks after my doctor's appointment. So, you know, I'll just let you guys know about my weight gain and stuff like that. So that's it. I'll just do my belly shot. And here is my belly. From the front, on the side, and the other side, and the front again. Well, here's my belly, and I am so ready to have this baby.